it's time to get a little healthier because we have Shine in the studio for Health Matters. Good morning, Shine.
Good morning, Catherine. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you, thank you. How have you been?
Good. I had a little bit of like a long and tough week because of my new morning sessions.
Oh, really?
So I started it last week and it really kind of drained me.
So is it for yourself or with your clients?
With my clients.
I see.
I need to be like very active as well.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to look tired in front of your clients. Right? Oh, I'm so tired, right? You want to be up and active.
So I ate really well and I slept well over the weekend.
Good.
Yeah. How was your vacation? Did you eat a lot?
Oh my gosh, don't even talk about eating because I usually don't eat 3 meals a day. But, while I was in Thailand, because, you feel like I paid for this, I feel like I have to eat it. Like you pay for it ahead of time, right?
Yeah, I love
So
Thai
I
food.
was
I would have done the
eating
same.
breakfast, like a full continental buffet breakfast, and then a big lunch and dinner. So I weighed myself. I was so scared. Yeah, and I gained 2 kilograms from just 5 days. So I need to get back on my diet and workout regime. So what are we talking about today?
Today, when by the way, I talked about how to get back on track.
Oh, really?
After vacations last week.
Okay, I'm going to listen to it
Jenny.
then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, it came out from my clients. So when I work with my clients, I face lots of misconceptions about diet, especially. And one of the biggest misunderstood topics is about carbohydrates.
Ah, yes.
So when I have like a personal training clients, I ask them to take pictures of their meal and send it to me because sometimes you never know. Like you think you're eating really well, but somehow you have like a wrong understanding about food or nutrition. So when I get the picture and then tell them what's like, where is carbs, where is protein, all this question, and they realize like what they've been doing wrong or what they've been doing right. So I do this and then lots of time. So when I get the pictures, what I see is where are all the 3 macronutrients. So carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and some vitamins and minerals. So these are the what I check.
Okay.
And a lot of time especially when they're trying to lose weight,
Yes.
I find no carbs
Like at all.
from their diet picture.
And
But
is that bad?
because I believe there's no way you can live off without any
Carbs, right.
carbohydrates.
And I was thinking, like, even if you go on like a low carb or no carb diet, what about after when you go back to like kind of eating normal?
Yeah.
Won't you gain it back?
Mainly.
Yes, right?
Yeah, because of that, because it's not that sustainable.
Yes.
I don't advise my clients to go on a low carb diet.
Okay.
So today's topic is about myth about low carb diet.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Very cool. I mean, so we do need carbs, don't we?
we do. But the people go on a low carb diet. They limit carbohydrate and then emphasize on food high in protein and fat. The purpose of this is generally used for losing weight.
Yes.
But it's not for everyone because not everyone needs to lose weight, first of all.
Yes.
And not everyone is necessarily have like a health conditions regarding carbohydrate intake.
Okay.
So if you have some like health conditions such as obesity or high blood sugar level, like associated with diabetes,
Okay.
going on a low carb diet is necessary. Like it's a must.
Okay.
But if you just love sugary food and snacks, but you don't really have any health condition, maybe you should like limit some simple carbohydrate sources. Will be helpful.
Okay.
But somehow many people take it too extreme to the point they don't want any carbs. So
At
like
all,
a lot of Westerners, clients of mine, they think rice is evil.
Oh, yeah. I need to ask you about that because, I've heard that, you should stay away from rice too. Is rice evil? Is it bad?
Rice is not evil. I love rice. I eat it every day.
Okay.
But because low carb diet isn't for everyone, so maybe you don't need rice, but you need like alternative like pasta or noodle or some sort of carbs. Even some like vegetables or fruits. And, low carb diet isn't for everyone. In fact, we all need carbs.
All right. So why don't you explain why we need carbs?
Because we cannot live without carbohydrate. We may die because carbohydrates are
Like
the main nutrients we need, because carbohydrate provides the body with glucose. When we eat rice or noodles, our body breaks it down to make it glucose, and then we need this to survive. So, for example, all the tissues and cells in our body can use glucose for energy.
Okay.
And some of the central nerve system, like kidneys, the brain, the muscles, heart is made of muscle, so including heart.
Yes.
They only function with glucose. So if you don't have any carbohydrate intake, how can you function your heart, your brain, your kidney? So because of this reason, according to the dietary reference intake published by the USDA, 45% at least to 65% of calories should come from carbohydrates.
But we're not talking about just from like really bad, like sweetened bang or things like that.
Yeah.
Carbs come in different forms.
Yeah, it has like very diverse sources. So let's say you need about 2,000 kilocalories per day. Then
That seems like a lot though. 2,000 if you're going on a diet, right?
If you're going on a diet, it should be less, but the percentage of calories coming from carbohydrate should be from 45 to 65%. So if I personally need about 2,000 calories a day to maintain my weight, then at least 900 to like 1,300 calories should come from carbs.
So roughly like half, right?
Roughly about half. Yes.
So that's like 3 bowls of rice. If 1 bowl of rice equals 300 calories, right? Okay.
So, well, if you think it that way, it might you might think it's too much, but carbohydrates are mainly found in like starchy food, but also found in fruits, milk, and yogurt in different forms.
True. Okay.
And then other foods like vegetables, beans, nuts, and seeds, like those things contain carbohydrates as well, but in lesser amount. So if you make up your carb intake with healthier sources like, fruits that are high in carbohydrate is like bananas, and then most of the sugary fruits, and vegetables like sweet potatoes and carrots, and complex carbohydrates such as whole grain.
Yes.
You can nourish your body while limiting the overloads of sugar.
Okay. So how do you eat carbs? How should we be intaking carbs?
So I weigh about 55 kilograms.
Okay.
And I need about 2,000 calories to maintain my weight, considering the amount of calories I burn working out every day.
Okay.
So, and let's say I take about 50% of my calorie intake with carb, which is 1,000 calories. And you just do the math. Like 1 gram of carb is 4 kilocalories. So I need 250 grams of carbs, and I eat about 5 times a day.
Okay.
So you do the math, but this is not precise, but it can give you idea of how you could eat.
Okay.
So I have like breakfast that's about like 200 calories from carbs. So like I eat cereals, oatmeals, or like whole grain bread or fruits like bananas. 1 banana is about 70 to 80 kilocalories. So if I eat about 2 with a glass of milk, that'll be 200 calories from carbs.
Okay.
And I eat snack before lunch, like a pack of soy milk or just something very small.
Yes.
And then I have bigger lunch. I have lunch and a bowl of brown rice or whole grain pasta will be like easily 300 calories from carbs. And I get another snack before lunch, like usually a cup of yogurt with some nuts. That's easily 100 kilocalories from carb. And I have dinner about 300 calories from carbs, like again, a bowl of rice or sweet potato or something like that.
Okay.
So 1,000 calories from carbs are not that like as big as you think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I eat something like this, and this helped me maintain my energy level and prevent carb craving. So during the past week, I burnt a lot more calories than usual, but I ate pretty much the same amount of like carbs overall, and I felt so tired because I needed to eat more to compensate the loss.
Okay.
So even when I was on a diet for like a professional photo shoot, I had limited amount of like calories intake overall, but I had enough carb for me to work out and function. So, but from healthier sources, of course.
Oh, I wish we could continue this discussion. Maybe we can have like a part 2 about this because I know people are very interested in like carbs and low carb diets and stuff like that, but we've run out of time. So thank you so much though for giving us the overview of a low carb diet and what actually low carb means and what we should be intaking percentage wise in terms of carbs. So we'll check in with you again next week. Maybe we can continue this discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
See you next week.
All right. Thank you, Shine. And I'll be back after this. Yes, it's time to announce the answer. It was